Hello everyone, here I am Vadel Sagar and welcome back to the our present discussion regarding the chapter number 2, part number 3. Today we will discuss about the potential due to the electric dipole purely depends on this topic. Okay, and the title of the chapter is the electrostatic potential and capacitance. The capacitance part we will see in a later sections, and but we fully focus on potential sections. So in a previous discussions we did basics regarding the potentials, and also we trying to derive the expressions for the potential generated by the charge particles, test charge and source charge. Okay, so now today we go for the potential can generate by the electric dipole. For that you may have clear cut idea regarding the electric dipole. Let's start our discussion. Okay, so potential due to the electric dipole. First of all, what is electric dipole? Electric dipole is consisting of two charge, which is Q positive Q and Q minus, which is separated by the small distance, is generally named as the 2A, and the total charge of the system will be 0. This kind of system, I will show you the figure or the diagram point of view also, but this is what the fundamental idea behind the electric dipole that you know as a my student. This is what the diagrammatically what we know already. One positive charge, one negative charge, and the distance is generally named as the 2A, because from the center to one of the charge is a distance, so total will be the 2A. Okay, and this is the yellowish one is dipole moment. That also we seen, this is a characteristics of electric dipole, which is represented by the charge time distance between them. Q2A or 2AQ or 2QA is nothing but the dipole moment, which is always directly directed towards to the negative charge to the positive charge. Okay, and also in the present chapter, oh sorry, the first chapter we find in detail, as I said you most time a question, electric field generated by the dipoles are an on axis. We seen in detail these things. If you still you want to see the electric field can generate by the dipoles which are charged, I mentioned that link of that video maybe in the around in the first chapter, you may find in the below descriptions. But yes, electric field generated by the axis, generated by dipole on axis any point, which is 2p, where p is your dipole moment, 2qa upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube, so it reduces by the r cube. On the equatorial plane, it means above anywhere on the space, which is a minus p time 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube. Why I am this taking here? Because we want to find potential of electric dipole, and that we already know regarding the electric field of the dipoles. Okay, so let's start our present main discussions, which is potential due to dipole. Let's start our discussion. Okay, so in part number 2 we seen potential generated by the any charge 1 charge q at r distance, which is represented by the vr is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r. We seen in detail kq by r, very short way. Okay, if we have not one charge, we have a two charge system which is called dipole, and in anywhere in the space which is point p, which is far from the point of positive charge r1 distance, which is far from the negative charge r2 distance, then what is our problem? This is our basic point here, so you may have full focus what I am trying to explain you. What is electric potential at the p point due to these two our charge? This is nothing but a dipole. Okay, so the potential due to each charge at p, here we have a two charge, so the potential due to this charge is v1, potential due to this second charge is v2. So the electrostatic potential is also obeys the superpositions principle. As we seen in the electric field, the electric field generated by one charge, electric field by the second charge, so the overall electric charge is, electric field generated by the one charge, electric field generated by the second charge, so the overall field will be the sum of its. As same here, the electrostatic potential generated by this charge, which is V1, electrostatic field generated by this charge is V2. So the at P point, the total electric potential will be superpositions of its. It means summations of each potentials. Here we have two potentials, so the final V, what we want to find, which we want to find, V is equal to V1 plus V2. So now our next task is trying to find what is V1, what is V2. Let's go. Okay, this is what we have. Okay, what we seen. What is V1? As we know, V1 is the potential due to one system which is far from the R1 distance. What we seen, there we have positive charge, so this is our V1 due to, so the plus Q 4 pi epsilon 0 R1. What is V2? Minus Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R2. Is it very understandable things? Okay, now both are summed up. This will be the V1 plus V2 is equal to Q 4 pi epsilon 0 will common out, and 1 upon R1 is positive term, and 1 minus 1 upon R2 is negative term due to the negative charge. That's why this is the final expressions of electric potential at point P is Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 R1 upon R1 minus R2. But there is a independency. It means what is R1, what is R2? No, it is not a separate charges. It is a one system whose having distance between them 2a. So rather what the potential you find which is depending on R1 and R2, it should be depends on distance which is from the center of the dipole. Let's go what I'm trying to explain you. This is what we have. This is the modified structure of what we seen. Let me explain these things. This is one charge, this is second charge, which is far apart, both are 2a, which is AA. This is our center. Okay, so from the center to this point is R distance. So our final expressions of potential, what we want to find, should be in terms of R, not in terms of R1 and R2. If it is valid in R1 and R2 terms, then we already find it. You can able to see this. But this is not in considerable. Only R should be there from the center of the dipole. So this is what we have. Okay. Now once we start with this this diagram, this our bisector will be enlarged, then it is extending to this, goes on for the downside. Okay, so if you trying to see this diagram, then you may have confusion like why I draw this line. This is a bisector of this line. So if I want to find, see, if I want to find this total R, which is R is the distance between OP. Okay, this R in terms of R1 and A, both are known. But this triangle, what triangle? P, Q plus and O. This triangle is not 90 degree. Then I cannot apply any kind of trigonometry. What I'm trying to explain you, this is important for you. Here I have to generate one of the angles should be 90, then other all the scenario which is considered in the trigonometry we can able to apply. So that's why I draw one bisector. So this triangle now onwards it's a 90 degree. Here one of the angles. Okay, so I can apply trigonometry there. So this is PM, this is Q plus this is how much, and this is R1, this is total R. So how much PM we need to find now. Same for this R2, this triangle POQ minus. POQ minus is not 90. So I am draw the bisector. So now onwards you can able to see this is shaded part, this shaded part. This is triangle 90 degree, see 90 degree. Okay, so whatever I can apply now onwards, and here I am not applying the whole. If it is, this is 90, then this is also can be 90. So I am applying the trigo for the finding the OM distance or ON distance. OM is equal to A cos theta. How? Please see. Your eyes should be on triangle OMQ plus. This one, OMQ plus. I am applying cos theta here. Then the cos theta, A cos theta will be this. Or you are now very clear. Cos theta is equal to OM by bisectors. OM by circumference. Okay, that is your A. So this is OM is equal to, then the cos theta time A is OM. Then same for the this triangle ONQ minus. If we apply the cos theta, then it will be the ON divided by A. Then your sin theta will be, this should be cos theta. This is also cos theta. Here the sin theta is, you can replace, and this is a ON also A cos theta. So here what I am corrected already. So this is cos theta, please. So the PM is equal to, now please see, PM is equal to PO minus OM. PM is equal to PO minus OM. What is PO? Whole PO is R. What is OM? We already find minus, because this only part we want for the further calculation. R minus A cos theta. Okay, theta you may have to draw the symbol, you can. What is PN for this triangle? PN is equal to PO plus ON. Okay, so PO is R, ON is A cos theta. Here is the cos theta, please. And where PM is near equal to the R1 and PN is near equal to R2. These assumptions you have to made, because what angles you can able to see in this diagram, each is I draw or we draw in future for our simplicity that much larger, but actually it is very small. That's why this PM is exactly similar, not exactly, near to the PQ plus this distance, R1 distance, because this bisector is not that much, it is bisector in this slightly. So this length if you are find, so this is exactly equal to this, and P, or this is what R2 is very nearer to the what PN you are find. Okay, that's why we PM and PN we find. This assumption you need to make. Otherwise you may go to your NCERT textbook, there is a binomial theorem they are used, and they are ignoring the R greater than A and all the chaos there. This is the only assumption you need to make here. The PM is very near equal to the R1, and PN is very equal to the R2. You can able to see the lengthwise also both are similar. So yes, so now PM is goes to R1 and PN is goes to R2. So this is your R1 and R2 in terms of R, and that we want R minus. Okay, what is our R1? What is our R1? Total R, yes, obviously is lengthier. This is the R is lengthier, so you need to subtract your small part A cos theta, and you can see this is R, then R2 is lengthier than the R. R2 is lengthier. So obviously R plus some point which is R2, R plus A cos theta. What I am trying to explain you, please understand. You can able to see in diagram also R. Yes, let me clear one thing. R is only the distance PO. PO is the R distance, which is the distance between our midpoint of dipole to the our observation point. That there we want to find potential. Okay, so R1 is less than the R. That's why R minus A cos theta is the R1, and R2 is lengthy or the small bigger than the r, that's why r plus a cos theta. Okay, so at last we seen v is equal to v1 plus v2 q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r1 upon r1 minus 1 upon r2. R1 and R2 you know, just put the values into them. So the 1 q 4 pi epsilon 0, you can go with the capital or small, it depends on. But yes, here is the thing, 1 upon r1 is the r minus a cos theta minus 1 upon ra plus cos theta. Take LCM on both sides, ra plus cos theta minus r minus minus plus, so the ra cos theta. R plus r minus cancel out, so this is a 2 time of 2a cos theta, and a minus b, a plus b, a square plus b square, a square minus b square, sorry, so the r square minus a square plus a square cos square theta, and the above or the front term will be common out from the till upside. V is equal to, now finally we got something, V is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 in bracket 2a cos theta upon r square minus a square cos theta. A square cos square theta is ignorable term. Why? Because r is very much greater than the a. What is the mean? A is the distance between A is the distance between midpoint to the one of the charge, and r is something distance likewise. Generally r we have 5 centimeter, 10 centimeter, or the centimeters and meters, but the a is the distance between two interatomic system, which is a mms, micrometer, so we can ignorable, or the r is very greater than the a. That's why the square of a, it will be more or less in terms of number, so we can ignore. Then if once we ignore, then what we have, v is equal to, this is what we have, v is equal to 2aq cos theta 4 pi epsilon 0 r square only. This only term will be omit from the present discussion, where 2aq, as I said you, which is nothing but the dipole moment. So our new expressions, v is equal to, it means potential, electrostatic potential due to dipoles at point P is not that P, this is dipole moment P cos theta 4 pi epsilon 0 r square, and this is very important equation, but still we can reduce up to, you can see this is what dipole moment we have from the negative charge to the positive charge. This is what final expression we get, where what is P cos theta, when such kind of things can be right, where r cap is the unit vector along the position vector OP. What is OP? Yes, this is r. Then r cap is also position vector of the unit direction. So is there any kind of something we can write where P cos theta is, forgetting about P cos theta, if we write P vector, this is vector, okay, this vector P, and this is r vector, unit r vector, this is one of the direction position vector, and this they makes an angle cos theta. If I want to write the projections, you know, the r is projecting on the P dot r. P dot r means what? How much r vector is projecting on P? What I am trying to explain you, this is P vector, from this is the center, from this is the one of the vector direction, this is r. Okay, how much lengthier I don't know, because it is unit vector, so somewhere it is unit. How much projecting on it is the P vector and r vector, it is unit vector, cap means. How can I write it in the terms of dot product in terms of cos? P in a magnitude of unit vector is 1, and then dot product will be goes to, so I cannot write that dots I represent, that's why for the multiplication in terms of cos. So at the end I reduces to the P cos theta. Oh, the P cos theta I can write as the unit, okay, in the vector or the direction point of view, P dipole moment vector into r cap. Okay, so this our final expression we can modify, v is equal to P vector P 4 pi epsilon 0 r square into the r cap. This is what final expressions by reductions of P cos theta to the P vector r unit vector. Now the important conclusion what we made is the potential due to the dipole depends not only just r, potential due to dipoles is not only depends on r, it also depends on cos theta. It means angle of alignment where you want to find the p point, where in your space where p point you have. It is also depends on angle between the position vectors r and dipole moment p. So as I at the end what I exactly discussed, r and p where it align, and then bracket, it is however axial symmetry about p. That's why if we rotate the position vector along the p, keeping the theta is fixed, the point is corresponding to p on the cone, so generate will be same potential at p. That you may have clear now. Second, the electric dipole potential fall off. As you know, electric dipole potential is what we get at the end, dipole moment time cos theta upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r square. So it's fall with the 1 upon r square, not as 1 upon r in a point charge potential due to generate by one charge, which is kq by only r. So this is what the things you need to keep in mind that will come into the MCQs portion. Characteristics of the potential due to single charge is fall by the 1 upon r. You can refer to the equation figure 2.5. It may be as a point of view the NCERT book. It is 1 upon r square graph and 1 upon r for the down. So that you may have clear in the part number 2 how the fall off of 1 upon r and 1 upon r square. This is what we are getting finally, which is fundamental. Okay, suppose we have one dipole and we want to find the potential on axis. You know now onwards. So what is axis of dipole? Dipole axis. There, what is angle? The angle will be the 0. It is very understandable things. What angles you have? Suppose this is our dipole. Suppose this is our dipole and this is 90 degree. Suppose point P is here. Okay. Then if on axis will be the angle is 0. Is 0 angle. Yes, it is understandable. And this is the cos theta 0. Cos 0 is 1. So the expression is V is equal to P 4 pi epsilon 0 r square, where P is equal to 2qa or 2aq. Okay. Now potential at 90 degree, cos 90 is 0. So dipole moment is 0. Third, potential at everywhere in space is r and theta will be changeable. Then you can able to find that already we seen V is equal to P cos theta 4 pi epsilon 0 r square. Thank you very much, which is all about the basics of potential generated by electric dipole.